guys, United Gaming back with another MLB The Show 21 video. And in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys the absolute best way to max out the 5th inning program as soon as possible. This is a pre-recorded video, so we only know one of the bosses. Is confirmed that no-hitter Nolan Ryan is one of the bosses. I feel like he's going to be very good. So this method will help you get the no-hitter Nolan Ryan very quickly. And all the other cards throughout the program, you'll be able to finish all these up probably day one. This method is insane. But if you are new and find this method helpful, make sure you like and subscribe. Best way to support the channel by far. Anyway, I'm United Gaming. Let's get into the method. For this method, you're going to be needing to be in the main menu. Once you are here, you need to go up to settings. You need to go to the settings tab here, and then you need to go to a different preset. On gameplay, you want it to be on legend for batting and base running, and on pitching, you want both of these to be on legend. You also want your pitching interference to be on classic. Your hitting interference does not matter, but I would put on your outer PCI for this method. It will help you out in a minor way. And the next thing you're going to want to do is go to presentation. You want to fast play on. You also want to turn off batter walk up, turn off all these things to make sure that the game goes by as soon as possible to basically get the most XP possible in the shortest amount of time. Then when we are in here, we are going to want to just exit out of that. Audio and video, it doesn't matter. If you want to turn off Matt Vasgersian, because he's going to be criticizing every single move you do in this method, so you're just going to turn them off. Then you're going to want to apply changes for this. And I'm just going to press use as default, and I'll obviously change it afterward. Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to go to exhibition, and for this method, you're going to need a second controller. You're going to need two controllers. If you do not have two controllers, this method will not work. You want the this controller, your main controller, to be the away team, and your second controller that is not controlling everything else to be the home team. Now, I don't know if it really matters what teams you use. I don't think it makes a difference. You just want to go into uniforms, don't matter. Stadium doesn't matter. Make sure presentation mode is on fast play. Quick counts, you want them to be off. Just want to select any pitcher, select any lineup. It does not matter at all. You want to get into the game, and then we can explain the rest of the method that is going to be used. Alrighty, now that we are in the game, we are going to want to spam intentional walk with the second controller. We are going to want to intentionally walk a bunch of times. We're going to want to keep intentionally walking basically until we get 250 runs. I don't know if that's the cap. I'm pretty sure it is the cap. I'm not 100% sure though, so we're just going to keep intentionally walking over and over and over again. And there is a way to save so you don't have to press L1 or whatever the button is on Xbox. There is a way to save that so you don't have to do that. Basically, what you can do is you can strap a rubber band around it like you're going to see in this picture I'm going to put on the screen now. You're going to want to strap a rubber band around the controller. It's going to be kind of used to hold down the L1 button. So you only have to press the circle or B button if you're on Xbox. You can only have to press one button, and then you want to press the confirm button to spam intentionally walk. So for the how much XP you get per runs, you get 6,000 XP per 100 runs on weapons dozen difficulty. Basically, you're also going to want to go to settings. You're going to want to go to gameplay, double check that you're on legend, because if you're not on legend, this will likely not work that well. And one thing that I'm noticing is that the PCI is not on, so we're going to want to fix that. Make sure PCI is on for this. Even if you don't usually use it, turn it on for this, because once that outer PCI appears, I know you guys can barely see it. I'll switch to different interference real quick. I just threw random settings up. We'll just go to. I need to go to strike zone. Oops, we want to stay on legend. We don't want to mess that up. That would be pretty bad. All right, now that we're in strike zone, once the outer PCI appears, that's when you can hit circle to intentionally walk the batter. You can't do it before then, so you don't want to spam circle. So once you see that outer PCI begin to appear, that is when you can intentionally walk the batter. So for the stats on this is you're going to get about 6,000 XP per 100 runs, and 100 runs usually takes about 8 to 10 minutes. So you're getting about 6,000 XP per 10 minutes. And for 250 runs, which I think is the cap, it's from about 14 to 17,000 XP. And that usually takes about 20 to 25 minutes, anywhere in that range. So basically, you're getting a ton of XP for doing this intentional walk method. You're getting a lot of XP from doing this. I think you get about 3,500 XP per hour. I'm going to actually double check that. I'm going to, yeah, you get about 36,000 XP per hour, 35,000, anywhere in that sort of range. And by doing this over and over and over again, you will eventually get the boss back pretty easily. So every hour, you can just do this, grind out the method, and boom, you will get the bosses. You will get Nolan Ryan. Very simple, very easy. This is a very easy method. So I'm going to tell you guys one more method, and if you do not have 2 controllers, just going to discard the changes for this. Discard changes. We are going to... This one only requires 1 controller. I know it says 3,000 XP, but that is wrong because I have double XP on right now because it's still double XP week in the game. So that is completely wrong. Ignore that. That is not correct. But, and it won't be what it is on Friday. So just 1 controller. You're going to want to select, you're actually going to need a roster for this. So you're going to want to go to create, you're going to want to go to roster, not roster volt, not roster control, I mean roster volt. You're going to want to search United XP method. You can just search United and then it will pop up. Any one of these will work. So you're going to want to download it. Once you have it downloaded, you're going to want to go to exhibition mode. You're going to want to make yourself the you're going to want to make the home team be the Rangers and you want the away team to be the Phillies, and you are going to be the Phillies in this situation. So we're going to do that. Stadium doesn't matter, but one thing that will matter, you want quick counts to be on. I didn't actually load the roster, so you kind of need to go into settings and file management and actually load the roster to be able to use the method. So we're just going to want to go to, boom, got the method. We actually do have to load the roster or else it will not work. It will not be correct. So we're just going to go make it the Rangers again. We're going to go make it the Phillies again. Very simple. If you want to make it easier, you can set your main team to either be the Phillies or the Rangers. That'll save you a little bit of time when doing this. You're going to want to player lock. You're going to want to hit R2 on PlayStation, whatever the back trigger is on Xbox, and then you're just going to press advance. You're not going to be hitting. You're just going to be pitching. I think this method is slower, but if you do not have 2 controllers, it is going to be the next best method in my opinion. So we're just going to want to skip here. Do all that, skip all that. I don't know why I have pitcher tutorials on, but basically you're just going to make sure you have classic pitching, and they will strike out a bunch of times. You rarely hit the ball. That is a rare occurrence where they actually hit the baseball and put it in play. You're going to want to pitch with Zach Wheeler the entire time, and you basically get about 2,000 XP per game doing this method, but you actually have to throw strikes. Boom, there we go. Just a bunch of strikeouts. One thing you can do is put yourself on higher difficulties. So if we go to settings, we go on, make sure we're on legend. Where's settings? Where's gameplay settings? If we're on legend, they're going to hit it more often, but you are going to get more XP for doing it. I would recommend actually just putting it on beginner so that they just swing and miss every single time. You still get about 2,000 XP per time doing that. Very, very useful. So just do that the entire time. I'm not going to do that the entire time because I don't need it. You're also going to get wrong XP data here that what I'm showing you, you're not going to 888 for 1 inning. That's not right. There's double XP going on right now. So that is not correct. So if you do find these 2 methods helpful and you are going to use them to max out the 5th inning program, make sure you like and subscribe. Best way to support the channel by far. Anyway, see you in the next one. Peace. Thanks a ton for watching.